at Gensler, to try to understand what occupiers and future tenants want, we do a lot of research. We're a company that is very much based on research and innovation and design. Our research, there's a workplace survey that we do on a yearly basis or every 2 years. They're focused per cities. So there's, for example, a focus on UK, so per countries, or in Germany or in the US. But there's a global one. So we get a lot of the insights from the workplace survey. We have a Gensler Research Institute that also does a lot of different types of research. But the other thing that we do to actually grow our expertise is we're very connected with the occupier. So we don't only design buildings and cities, we also design with the occupiers in mind. So the connection between experience and the inside of the building and the outside of the building, which I think it's a bit of our differentiator. For us, it's not about architectural acrobatics or going and creating the building that nobody has ever seen, that it looks like this. It's actually about designing for people and designing for experience to address the differences in all the generations, and not only in generations, but diversity in itself, from gender, background, race, generations, all sorts. I think what's important is to create as much flexibility in the workplace. And one of the things that I do think that it's not just about the things that we put inside the office and inside the workplace, but it's also about where the workplace is going to be, where that building is going to be, being in close proximity to a transportation hub is important because of that, being able to work from home, being able to go to the office, but also being very well rooted to the neighborhood, being able to lean in to the city and to be able to use other spaces from the city if not all the spaces that are needed inside the workplace are there. Obviously, key aspect for designing with flexibility is understanding the needs. So understanding that we will need more meeting rooms, less meeting rooms, more quiet spaces, sometimes even prayer spaces, mother rooms for breastfeeding. There's all these things that are not only workplace and amenities, but they're workplace and amenities merging together. So lifestyle and work style coming together in one. The best thing that for me will keep a building flexible and adaptable as much as possible is considering that the conditions around that building, inside or outside, are going to change. So in my opinion, nothing should be fixed forever. So for example, being able to dismantle the facades and being able to use the material for other purposes, but also as much flexibility as possible on the facade, for example, openable windows, being able to allow the building to work with the climate, with the sun, with water, etc. is for me is going to future-proof it from the outside. And from the inside, I think there is this grid that we're all trying to understand numerically. What is a good grid that will fit in for many uses? So, for example, a good living room for a house, a good meeting room, can they be the same so that if we put the structure in one direction, we could adapt everything around it? Could it be a classroom as well? So I think finding, not only adapting the building, but also adapting and being more flexible in terms of how we use our spaces, not only will create spaces that are different, that are more inspiring because they're different, they're quirky, they have character, but they will work towards a purpose that is, being able to age better in our buildings, therefore not knock them down, not demolish everything, and therefore being better for the planet because we're not wasting embodied carbon.